Traders from around the world, what's going on? Welcome to your Friday free real life stock review from Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys have had an absolutely sensational, profitable week. We have done so here at Real Life Trading Australia, and I'm actually going to share with you a couple of the trades that we are currently in. But before we do, let's talk about the broader markets. Now the SPY guys, obviously the markets were closed yesterday during Thanksgiving, but we are currently getting very close to these all-time highs. So I do expect that we will find a little bit of pressure here. We did get a nice little white candle gapping up, which is a retest gap, and believe it or not, this is a double bottom, and this also is a double bottom, and we actually came to the neckline and retested. Will we go higher? Will we roll back down? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens. But my opinion is I am more bullish than bearish at this current moment. We definitely could roll back down to the 100 simple moving average. I'm not necessarily buying everything up the all-time highs right now. All the stocks and positions that we are in, we are obviously looking to buy on these dips. And let me share those with you. Here's the E-minis. Now, the E-minis, we are currently throwing in a beautiful wicked pair candle. I mean, we've had 3 inside day bearish candles in a row. Obviously, low volume once again because of Thanksgiving, and I do expect us to possibly break down just a little bit. Short-term moving averages, it would make a lot of sense to come back down to the 10 EMA and then possibly look to bounce, just because we've never done something like this before in the past. But looks absolutely fantastic. Keep your eyes peeled for a nice little short-term bearish move and then a nice little bounce higher. Now here's our weekly options newsletter. Here's Twitter. Now we did get triggered into this on this beautiful breakout candle right here. Absolutely sensational volume. We do have a amazing gap and go. We did retest the 100, form this sensational ascending triangle, and we are currently most likely going to fill this particular gap. We do have a 3R target on this one of 455. Looks absolutely incredible. We'll have to watch and wait and see how this one transpires, but looks really, really good. Here's also MAXR Technologies, another debit spread. Right, this is a beautiful little debit spread play until April. Guys, this particular trade is a 5-to-1 risk reward trade. Very, very saucy. If you do want access to these amazing trades, hop on over to reallifetrading.com.au. I mean, subscribe for the premium bundle, because this is where you get all the coaching. You get to have one-on-one sessions with me, 3 coaching sessions. I mean, this is absolutely priceless. You also get 2 weekly options newsletter plays. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm super excited. Or you could just join for $129 per month, and that's in Australian dollars. So get involved, guys, and you will be able to get access to all this greatness as well. But MAXR Technologies, here's Mr. Squiggles. This little blue line I like to call Mr. Squiggles. Sensational volume increase right now, and I did mention that we're going to come down, have this little dip, and then go higher. Looks amazing. Here's Overstock, ticker symbol OSTK. Now on this day right here, Mr. Squiggles, I did draw out. We obviously got triggered into this trade back down here off this amazing double bottom retest. Sensational. I did mention we're going to come back up, have a short-term retest, and then most likely trade higher. Looks incredible. We are currently forming somewhat of an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Looks absolutely incredible, guys. Love Overstock. Keep on being bullish on this stock. Here's another one to be bullish on. If you've been watching my reviews, TDOC, ticker symbol TDOC. We have had a beautiful double bottom retest of the neckline, and obviously back here, this was what I did in the trading room. I did say most likely we will come back down to the 200 or thereabouts, our entry price, and then we will look to bounce. We'll most likely be looking to add reduce on this one just to kind of increase our profit potential on this trade. Looks absolutely incredible. I do think that TDOC is going to go higher. We are currently at an amazing support level right now, and all looks good on TDOC. Here's the ASX 200. Now, I did mention back on this day that it's probably time to start taking your profits and start to look to sell or get into some sort of collar position on your long-term on your long-term investments. Just because we have come up a little bit higher, those of you who do use the RSI, I mean, we're well above 70, and right now it just looks like a little bit of extend. We are looking a little bit extended. We have got a beautiful little evening star reversal pattern right here, and I do expect us to start pulling back just a little bit. Guys, another one, if you have been following me for a while, here is Pilbara Minerals Limited, ticker symbol PLS. Now, I am going to rewind the tape back to August 5th, which is this day right here. Take a listen to what I say about this particular stock. Here's PLS, Pilbara Minerals. Now, this is looking actually quite good long term. Now, when I'm talking about long term, guys, I'm talking years. Like, we're talking about probably 3-4 years at this point. We did have a really, really nice pullback. But as you can see here on the weekly chart, we are getting a inverted head and shoulders pattern. Now, this generally does occur at a low, and they are very rare patterns. But on the monthly chart, guys, we are above the 100 simple moving average. On the daily chart, we are above the 100 and the 200 simple moving average, and they do look like they will probably eventually cross over. So if you are looking to play PLS, monitor it. Obviously, this is going to be a long-term play. Look to buy on some sort of dip. Don't try to play the breakout because you'll probably get burnt on this one. Earnings is just around the corner. I would personally wait until after earnings before getting into this particular trade, but definitely look to buy the dip if you are a long-term investor on PLS. Well, there you have it. I did say do not play this on a breakout because you'll most likely get burnt a little bit. I did say make sure you look to buy on a retest. This is the level that you wanted to get in. I did also mention it wanted to be after earnings. Earnings was back here. There's the dip. There's the crossover of the 100 and the 200 simple moving averages. There's the retest, and there is an amazing trade. You can see here, guys, I mean, just that alone, that trade alone is up over 142%. So if you guys did take that particular trade, well done. It was an absolutely gorgeous play. I mean, take a look at the weekly chart. Here is that amazing inverted head and shoulders pattern that I was talking about. Beautiful retest of the neckline, and we are continuing to go higher. Incredible volume too, by the way. Obviously on the weekly chart, you can see we have broken above the 200 simple moving average. I will expect this to pull back very, very shortly. If we do get a retest back to the 200 simple moving average, that will be your next dip buying location, just based off previous resistance and old support. Looks absolutely incredible. Here is Woodside Petroleum, ticker symbol WPL. Now, if you take a look at on the daily chart, what I do expect, guys, is this is most likely going to come back down to roughly about $21. Now, if you take a look at the monthly chart, I'll just show you guys right here. I would be looking to buy long term. Obviously, looking at a monthly chart, you're looking to buy possibly for a couple of years. And a really nice dip buying location would be the 200 simple moving average on a monthly chart, which is around about 21.30. Now, if I go back to the daily chart, you will notice that is roughly here at this previous level of resistance. Also, the reason why I mention this is because we've got a sensational amount of volume on this breakout above the 200 simple moving average. We did come back up to a nice selling location right here. You can see that right there. I'll just color this in red for you guys. So you can see that nice little profit taking right now. Look to buy the dip. Also, this will be a very beautiful retest of the 200 simple moving average as well if we do catch this dip. So keep your eyes peeled on WPL for a short-term pullback, and then long-term, if you're a long-term investor, look to buy the dip. Here is AGL. Now, AGL is looking pretty juicy. Take a look at the monthly chart on this one. I mean, this is just an absolutely phenomenal trend on a long-term basis. We have closed below the 100 simple. We are nearing the 200 simple moving average. This is the first time ever that we've actually closed below the 100 simple moving average on a monthly chart, which is a really, really big deal. Now, if you take a look at the pullback we've had, it's roughly about 45% pullback. And we go back to the daily chart. This is the most beautiful double bottom I have seen in quite a while. We've got a nice little higher low. If you are looking to buy the dip, I would most likely look to buy the dip around 1340, which is this level right here. And on the weekly chart, looking absolutely phenomenal. Sorry, I'll just take these lines away. Looking absolutely phenomenal on the weekly chart. Beautiful bullish candle on the weekly chart, and on the monthly chart, just looking absolutely incredible. So nice little short-term pullback, and then I would look to take this higher. Obviously, we are finding a little bit of resistance here at the 100 simple moving average. This will most likely trade sideways for a little bit, but then obviously this is also forming a nice little inverted head and shoulders pattern as well. So make sure you do catch this dip on AGL. Here is crude oil. Now, crude oil throwing in the most delightful wicked pair candles, bearish, right now at these highs. I did mention we're most likely going to come to 46 and then have a pullback. There it is, hitting 46 on the nose basically. Find a little bit of weakness, and then I did mention we're going to come down to about 43.5 roughly here, which is a previous level of resistance. So wait for this dip to occur. That will also pull down Woodside Petroleum as well, and then look to buy the dip and go long. Now gold, guys, I know I've been bullish on gold for such a long time. We are back down at the 200 simple moving average. Once again, this is a dip buying location, and I will mention why. So obviously we are forming somewhat of a Morningstar reversal pattern right now on the weekly chart. I mean, it might look a little bit extended right now, but obviously on the daily chart, this is just absolutely incredible. Looks really, really good. I do expect us to try and kind of trade sideways, form some nice bullish pressure down at these levels, and then I would look to buy the dip. And the reason why is, take a look at the dollar index. Now, I've been mentioning this in a few of my reviews. Back here, back here, back here. I said this is what I expect to go down. And in my trading room, I did mention about this gorgeous high wave candle back here. And I said if we close below that high wave candle, the dollar index is going to go down to about 90, which is back down at these levels right here, which will give a bullish push in a lot of assets that are inverse to the US dollar, like the Aussie dollar. Now, I have been also mentioning that we were gonna break above this particular level here at 73 cents. I did mention we're going to break above this level this week, and then possibly retest and then trade all the way up to 76. Now, there's not that much resistance in the way, and I do expect this to happen in the next few weeks. So if you are a forex trader, keep that in mind. There is going to be a little bit of bullish pressure building up, but once we start to take out these highs and these highs, she is going to be up, up and away. Now, a lot of people have been talking and asking me about Bitcoin. Now, I know the crypto craze is going absolutely bonkers right now, and they're asking me, is now the right time to buy? Everyone at Real Life Trading, most of us took most of our profits around this particular level. We were looking at trying to catch this on a dip. If you are looking for particular levels, what I will say is, if I just draw these quick fib lines here, these are the levels that I would be looking at and how I would potentially play them. So 15,827 will be the first time I would be looking to buy some. Then I would buy a little bit more at 1465, and then I would buy a little bit more. I would start to load the boat a little bit more at around 13,564, which, as you can see, guys, this is what you call a pyramid. You're not obviously going all in at that particular level. You are obviously scaling into this position, buying a little bit more, and then starting to really load the boat. The reason back down here you're going to buy a little bit more, it is the 100 simple moving average, and it would be an absolutely glorious pullback. If you can see here, guys, if we have a pullback of that nature there, it's going to be 30%. So you got one at 30%, 25%, and another one at around 18%, which is just absolutely phenomenal. So well done to all the real life traders who have been profitable on Bitcoin and a lot of the other altcoins as well. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Once again, if you do want all these trade setups that we've been getting, like Twitter, MAXR technology, Overstock, I mean, all of these we talk about in the trading room. It's an absolutely phenomenal community to be a part of. Hop on over to reallifetrading.com.au. These prices will not stay this for very long, so make sure you get in and lock in your price very, very soon. $129 a month, guys. I mean, this trade alone would pay for real life trading for at least half a year. So get in quick. The spots will obviously, or the prices won't stay around this price for very, very long, so make sure you guys get in. I'll be back next week, and until next time, guys, love life, live life, and trade it. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.